Please remain standing for the invocation. Good afternoon, let us pray. At the commencement of this school year, O God of wisdom, we are grateful for your constant presence among us. We gather from many faiths, backgrounds, and traditions, honoring our unity amidst our diversity. We offer thanks for the gift of new beginnings and the opportunity to learn and wonder. This year begins with a sense of excitement and anticipation. So be with us as we navigate new surroundings, the expectations of parents, of friends, and of self. O God of knowledge, I pray for faculty, students, and staff that this year will be a time of drawing close together as the Lees-McRae family, that we build solid relationships, and that this year might be rewarding for all. I ask on behalf of the students gathered here for your wisdom and discernment in their learning and compassion and understanding for professors in their teaching. I pray all this in the name above all names. Amen.
You may be seated. Good afternoon. Welcome students, faculty, staff, and community members to our opening convocation for the 2023-2024 academic year at Lees-McRae. The opening of an academic year is always one of my favorite times of the year. Now, don't think I do not enjoy the end of the year and seeing our graduates leave us for their careers after college. I love that too because of all the excitement that it brings. While the end of the year marks finality, an exclamation point on the end, the beginning allows for a fresh start, an opportunity to get stronger, a new horizon, and a new mountain to climb. Whether it is your first year at Lees-McRae or the beginning of your final one, the newness of the year gives a chance to set a solid foundation or to finish strong. Make the most of the year ahead. Work hard, play hard, make new connections, and expand your mind in ways you've never challenged it before. I look forward to seeing you grow this year in so many exciting ways. Before I sit down, let me give a warm welcome to our speaker, Dr. Ravinia Roberts-Hanna. You'll hear much more about her in a formal introduction later. Dr. Hanna, welcome to Lees-McRae, and we're excited about our many partnerships and our strong future together. Thank you for traveling so far to be with us today, and we look forward to your message this afternoon. Make it a great year, Bobcats. I'm proud of you all, and I look forward to a fantastic year together. It's now my privilege to introduce our provost, Dr. Allison Gill.
Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Allison Gill, and I have the honor of serving as provost for this wonderful college that we call home. I want to welcome all of you, our faculty, our students, our staff, and our guests to our 2023 opening convocation. The first play that I was in when I was in high school was a musical called The Wiz. It seems more than a little appropriate to talk about this given our proximity to the Land of Oz on Beech Mountain right next to us. The Wiz was a musical adaptation of The Wizard of Oz, and as a freshman in high school, I was cast as a munchkin, a 5'8" munchkin. Yeah. I should say that the life of a munchkin in the ensemble was fairly boring. We had a lot of time on our hands to watch the stars of the show from behind. The Cowardly Lion who cried all the time, the Tin Man who sang about Crisco and STP, and of course, Dorothy, who sang about home. Dorothy was played by Diana Ross originally, but our Dorothy stood alone on the stage and sang, "When I think of home, I think of a place where there's love overflowing. I wish I was home. I wish I was back there to the place I've been knowing. Wind that makes the tall trees bend into leaning. Suddenly the snowflakes that fall have a meaning. Sitting there surrounded by all of the other munchkins, it got me every single time. Home." Thomas Wolfe, an American novelist who was born just down the way in Asheville, said that you can never go home again, and I completely disagree. When I first came here and saw the mountains, saw the way the wind bent the branches and the snowfall, I knew that I was home. When I first traveled to the Bahamas, home of our keynote speaker, some 20 years ago on my way to a conference in Cuba, I also realized that I was home. Home is a place where you're restored every day by the things and the people around you, no matter what challenges you may face. We have said so many things to all of you over the past few days, but I want to be the very first to say, welcome home. So, what is a convocation and why are we here? Convocation means a gathering. We gather here today, as our president calls, in the beginning of the academic year. Convocation is community. Look around. Actually look around. This is your community. These are your people. You all walked in here as individuals, and you will leave as one body. And there's some magic, I think, in the transformative nature of this moment. We were many, and now we are one, and we will never, ever be the same again. I would now like to take a moment to acknowledge our faculty, and to help me do that, I'm asking our academic deans to tell you a little about their schools and areas. Please welcome Dr. Mike Vines, who serves as Dean of the School of Arts and Humanities.
Good afternoon, and welcome back to a new school year. I'm Dr. Mike Vines, the Dean of Arts and Humanities, and at the risk of stating the obvious, no matter what you choose as your major, you will be working with humans throughout your career. And as you probably know, humans are complicated. Deepening your understanding of the complexities of the human experience by exploring how humans cope with the chaotic randomness of the existence, how they process their joys and sorrows, appreciating their culturally varied notions of meaning and purpose. Understanding these things will be a valuable asset to you in your career. It will enhance your ability to relate to others, and it will make you a better member of your team and a more creative and thoughtful employee. As the name suggests, the humanities explore the human experience. As historians, we do that by looking at the long record of human activity. As writers and speakers, we explore the ways in which we express our understanding of our purpose and place in the world through language and literature. And as artists, we develop our appreciation of the creative ways that we express our joys and sorrows in poetry and prose, drawing and painting, and dramatic performance. In each of these disciplines, we are guided by our thoughtful reflection on the meaning and purpose of human existence that are the central concerns of both philosophy and religion. At Lees-McRae College, we have a talented group of experts in all of these fields. Let me ask the faculty of the School of Arts and Humanities to stand and be recognized. We invite you to join us in the exploration of history, language, literature, religious studies, art, and theater, and know that we are ready to support you however we can in your academic journey.
Please welcome Dr. Josh Pate, who serves as the Dean of the School of Business and Management.
Bobcats, there is nothing like the start of a fall semester, right? Can we get excited about that? Okay. It sounds cliche, but it is a fresh time of year. It's a fresh start. It's a new beginning. All of you have A's and perfect attendance. My name is Josh Pate, and I am the Dean of the School of Business and Management, and I'm Program Coordinator for sport management. Faculty in our school, would you please stand if you're able as I recognize your program? Business administration. Outdoor recreation management. And I'm already up here with sport management, but I do have some adjuncts in the crowd, so let's give them applause too. Students, these are the business professionals who are obsessed with preparing you for your career. They care about you. They want to help you. They will hold you accountable also because they see promise in you. I want to challenge you to spend time with your professors, whether you're in our school or a different school. Get to know them, share your goals with them. This is the time in your life where you are actually surrounded by people who care about you and your future, and they can help you get where you want to go. The business and sport management faculty can be found in Cannon Student Center 135, and the outdoor recreation faculty can be found in a lot of places. The Theater Arts Building, Wildcat Lake, the outdoor classroom, the challenge course on South Campus, maybe even Beach Mountain. So what that tells us is our classroom is all around campus, not just for our program, but for your programs as well. We have many things going on around campus, so I want to challenge you to get involved. It's great that you're here for your degree program, and it's great if you're here to compete as a student athlete. But the time to enjoy the moment in your college life is now. For students wanting to be successful, the best ability sometimes is availability. Stop by to see your professors, go to on-campus events, rent equipment at Wildcat Lake, go to a play, join a club, be active. The start of the fall semester is an exciting time because this is the start of a new journey. This may be your first week of your first semester of college, or it may be your last academic year before stepping into the real world. No matter where you are in your journey, I leave you with a small piece of advice from Dr. Buck Jones, who was a professor of mine when I was an undergraduate student taking Sport Management 101. He said this to all of us: do the small things better than anybody. That sounds difficult, or it can be difficult, and you might think that it does not get noticed, but if you do the small things better than anybody, it does get noticed. When you do small things right, you get trusted with more opportunities, more bigger opportunities. Here's to the great start to the academic year, and I look forward to seeing you around campus.
Please welcome Dr. Pam Vesley, who serves as Dean of the School of Education and Social Sciences and also wears the hat of Academic Dean for Online and Distance Learning.
Fellow Bobcats, welcome to academic year 2023-2024. I'm Dr. Pam Vesley, and I get to serve as the Academic Dean of Education and Social Sciences and Online and Distance Learning. I'm also the Director of Teacher Education, so all of you secret teachers out there need to come by my office sometime next week or the next few weeks so we can sign you up, change your major. It'll be fun. These guys will be fun. I would like to welcome you to Convocation 2023, but also to this academic year. I was talking with a faculty member last week, and we were up on the Historic Commons going through a tour, and he said, he stopped me in my tracks, and he said, you know what? We are making history in this moment. We are making history in this moment. And it really gave me chills, because it's like, we are doing that. There is incredible growth happening at this place for you this year. And as Dr. Pate was just saying, we want you to get involved in that. We want to hear your ideas about that. We want to hear what new programs you might like us to begin to offer within the Lees-McRae family here. So now I'll come bring that back into the School of Education and Social Sciences. If you're in the Education and Social Sciences, you can engage in rich experiential learning activities and innovative teaching methods that are designed by your professors. And faculty, I'm going to ask you to stand up as you are, as I've mentioned your program. So professors in criminal justice, psychology, elementary education, special education, Human Services, Graduate High School Teacher Education, Graduate Public Health Administration, and Graduate Criminal Justice. And some of those folks are here in this room, and some of them are online. And they are all seeking to serve you in your academic career. You're really fortunate because many of these faculty in ESS and the rest of y'all too are regionally and they are nationally known for the expertise that they provide in their professions. And they are bringing that quality to each and every one of you and to all of the learning activities that they design for you. I want to thank each of you as faculty members for your dedication, for the many hours that I know that you spend in preparing for your classes, for the support that you give our students and the support that you give me and our college at large. Throughout the school year, throughout the summer when you're not really working and I'm calling you all the time, I'm grateful for you, and I am appreciative of the quality of excellence that you bring to our college in everything that you do. Bobcats, as some of my colleagues here have just said, these are your frontline people. They're here to support you, to inspire you in your own personal academic and social journey here at Lees-McRae College. If you need encouragement, if you need after-class tutoring, if you need someone to be a cheerleader for you throughout the year, they're right here. You can find ESS faculty in the Bowman Building right behind the President's office. Please reach out to any of us, get to know us, come and have some coffee or tea. Whatever you need to do, spend time with us outside. There are a lot of ways that you can get to know each and every faculty member, all of us as deans, all of us as vice presidents and the president. As we begin this new year, I do want to challenge each of you to try something new this year. Try to step outside your comfort zone just a little tiny bit. And as an introvert, that's hard to do sometimes, but it's really worth it. And I can tell you from my 9-10 years, however long I've been here, the faculty and staff here at Lees-McRae are always here to support you. So have a good year, and as my colleague just said, I am anxious to see each and every one of you out and about campus, and have a great year. Thank you.
Please welcome Dr. Franz Ruckert, who serves as Dean of the May School of Natural and Health Sciences.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to a beautiful fall here at Lees-McRae. I'm Dr. Franz Ruckert. I serve as the Dean for the School of Natural and Health Sciences. And as all of you know, it's an exciting time here at LMC. With the addition of South Campus and the renovation of many of our spaces, our campus continues to develop and evolve. And likewise, the May School of Natural and Health Sciences is at a historic point of growth and change. This year, we're joined by several new faculty members and staff. We're excited to have them here, and they're excited to meet all of you and to work with you. With that in mind, I want to extend a particular welcome to all of the students, staff, and faculty who are joining us here at LMC for your first semester. You're joining a very vibrant community in a very special place, and we welcome all of you. And where better to study growth, renewal, and change than the sciences? I call on the faculty of the May School of Natural Health Sciences to please stand and be recognized. There's a lot of them. Our faculty represent our majors in wildlife biology, biology, pre-veterinary medicine, exercise science, nutrition, pre-physical therapy, our BS in nursing and our RN to BSN program, along with our minors in wildlife rehabilitation, nutrition, and mathematics, and our supporting coursework in chemistry and physics. It's quite a mouthful. Your faculty are committed to working directly with you through hands-on learning and experimentation in our lectures, in our laboratories, out in the field, and beyond. Students, your relationship with them is something that you'll cherish and look back fondly on. They're devoted to helping you explore and learn. So please join me again in thanking them for their dedication and the work that they've done. Lees-McRae is especially committed to our connection with the nature that surrounds us here in the mountains. At their core, that's what the sciences are about, interacting with and learning from our environment and from each other. Our mission in science is not only to understand, but to actively contribute to the care and preservation of our community and the world that we're in. And so with that, I'm going to echo the comments of some of my colleagues previously and encourage you to become active members of that community. I know how much all of you love studying and homework and exams. And who wouldn't? Those are great. We have a great time with those, especially in the sciences. But while you're here, take the opportunity you have to join a club, take a hike, try out for a play or a team, go fishing, kayaking, paddleboarding, make use of the opportunities that are around us. Push yourself to try something new and make the most of it. LMC has a lot of value to offer you, but that value is built on the commitment and the involvement of each and every one of you. So please make use of that. Thank you.
Please help me welcome Jess Bellimer, Dean of the Library.
Greetings, y'all. My name is Jess Bellimer, and I have the distinct pleasure of serving as your Dean of the Library, and clearly I can't speak today, so please be patient with me. Today, I have the opportunity to introduce not one, but 2 areas on campus. 2 areas that serve every single student at Lees-McRae every single year that those students are with us. First, I'd like to recognize the faculty of the Burton Center for Student Success. Could y'all please stand? Y'all take a seat while I brag about you. The Burton Center is my downstairs neighbor, and every time I enter their domain, I am reminded of their focus and passion, the success of every single Lees-McRae student. Students, the Burton Center is your secret weapon. It is home to the tutoring center for when you need that extra confidence in your more difficult courses. The Writing Center is there to provide focused growth in your writing skills. The Burton Center does more, though. They manage all first-year student advising. Did you know that they build every single schedule for incoming students during the summer? It's something to behold. And while the Burton Center can provide a quiet place just to be while you study, it is so much more than one physical location. It bursts beyond its boundaries and provides you with first-year seminar and foundation courses. The Burton Center is a treasure trove that every student should dig through as they grow into the people they will become. I challenge each student here to go to the Burton Center at some point this semester. No matter who you are, they have something for you. Can we please applaud for them one more time? Thank you. Now I'd like to change gears just slightly and recognize my team. I'll ask the library faculty to stand. Please applaud very loudly for Caleb. He deserves all of that and more. The people who work in the library here are some of the most helpful, inquisitive, and thorough people I have ever known, and I encourage all students to take advantage of what they have to offer. A quick note about the library at Lees-McRae. It is your library. Your library is open to all students, staff, and faculty, and I welcome you to visit us. But please be forewarned that it is not just a building or storage house for books. Your library is a source of support as you work on your research. It is a site for respite and refuge, a resting place where you can collect yourself, study, and, if needs must, take a quick nap. Your library is a place where you can learn other skills outside the classroom, including sewing, programming, podcasting, and so much more. And at its core, your library is a place for inquiry and exploration, just full of rabbit holes waiting for you to fall down them. If you have questions about your classwork, your research, or just something else that interests you, your library is here to go on that journey with you. I hope you will come see us in the Shelton Learning Commons, both in the library and the Burton Center. Have a fantastic academic year.
How many of you have been to the Bahamas before? Before introducing our guest speaker, she asked us to share a short slideshow to give you a little context. And because I didn't want to miss an educational opportunity, a few fun facts. The name Bahamas originates from the Spanish term baja mar, which means shallow sea. The Bahamas is home to the Earth's third largest Great Barrier Reef. There are more than 700 islands in the Bahamas, and only about 30 are inhabited. The largest island is Andros, called the Sleeping Giant. The Bahamas were a British colony from 1783 until 1973, and finally gained their independence from the UK 50 years ago on July the 10th. Only 1% of the land is cultivated and used for agriculture. Sugarcane, fruits such as mangoes, grapefruits, dates, bananas, and vegetables are the main agricultural products. However, about 80% of the food supply is imported. So let's take a look. For many of our faculty and staff, our speaker today needs no introduction. Dr. Ravinia Roberts-Hanna serves as Executive Director of the Bahamas Agricultural and Marine Science Institute, also known as BAMSI. Dr. Hanna holds a PhD in Biological Sciences from Newcastle University, a Master of Science in Applied Parasitology and Medical Entomology from the Liverpool School of Tropical Medicine, and a Bachelor of Science in Zoology and Botany from the University of the West Indies. Dr. Hanna is not only a colleague, but a dear friend. And when she is not providing visionary leadership for BAMSI and spending countless hours with many of us, helping us better understand the unique ecosystem of that part of the Bahamas, she can be found flying on a very tiny plane between the island of Andros and her home in Nassau, where she and her husband live with their 2 sons, one of whom has just started his freshman year in college. Now please help me welcome Dr. Ravinia Roberts-Hanna, who will offer comments entitled Elevate to Excel.
Thank you so much for those warm words and for welcoming me home. Distinguished guests, faculty, staff, students of the great Lees-McRae College, President King, Provost Gill, faculty, staff, students of the great Lees-McRae College, good afternoon. My name is Dr. Ravinia Roberts-Hanna, and I am the Executive Director of the Bahamas Agriculture and Marine Science Institute, or BAMSI, which is located on the largest island in the Bahamas called Andros. It is the sleeping giant. So it is a great honor for me to be here to share with you on my topic entitled Elevate to Excel. But after losing my voice recently, my subtitle is called Whatever You Do, Don't Lose Your Voice. I've had the distinct pleasure of knowing Provost Gill for many years. She is passionate about education and connecting people and using both to create shared and meaningful experiences. We were able to organize exchanges, visiting each other's institutions, and delving deeper into our uniqueness and similarities to develop wonderful learning opportunities for you, faculty and students. I will share more of that in another session tomorrow, so stay tuned. Bobcats, are you in the house? Okay, let's do that one more time. Bobcats, are you in the house? All right, okay. So as you know, we are living in what we call the new normal. So how we pivot really matters. It cannot be business as usual. And there's so many distractions in life these days. So it's really difficult sometimes for us to really stay focused. But I'm asking you, I'm begging you, please remain focused on your destination, but do appreciate the view. And this campus, this community, it's a beautiful view. Education is a privilege and should not be taken lightly. We are competing globally for the same resources, whether it's food, water, or work. The global village is just one click away. Arm yourselves with the tools and skills that will take you through. While here at Lees-McRae, don't just show up because you're forced to, but be present, be engaged in your classes. If you're a student who usually doesn't ask a question, go on, Provide some answers, give some feedback, but always be respectful of others and have a teachable spirit to learn. Try to really understand what it is that I'm really doing and why am I here. And study. Did I say study? Let me say that again. Study, study and study. But get help. Seek guidance and mentors. As Provost Gill said, look around. That's your community. This is your village. and so let's make the village successful. Show some school pride and grow forward. If you want a different, more positive result, then you have to make some changes, right? Yes? So make the first step and let it begin today. Education should literally take you places. And so let BAMSI be one of those places. And permit me to make a shameless plug for BAMSI. We are the premier tertiary institution for agriculture, marine sciences, and related disciplines in the Bahamas. We offer recognized degree programs in agriculture, aquaculture, environmental science, animal science, agronomy, art and the environment, marine science, business management, agribusiness, general agriculture, the list goes on. But we were born out of a sense of urgency for our country to address the challenges of food security and sovereignty. We were purposed to build capacity, whether by land or by sea, and to create agripreneurs and opportunities for economic growth through educational empowerment. Did you know that 1 in 10 people in the world is hungry? That's a serious statistic. And when you think about it, regardless of what you do in life, you have to eat. So the question you should be asking yourself, where is this food coming from? And so those are some of the questions that we try to address. And so in the wake of our work and our successes, the Institute has unveiled many exciting initiatives. We are responsible for a national feeding program where we provide fruits and vegetables for the local schools to make sure that they have some fresh fruit and vegetable in their program. We also have a Soil to Supper program, which is student-led. And so our students go into the primary schools and they start literally from seed, and they nurture that with the students to create their community gardens, their school gardens. And at the end of it, we cook the food, and we have a good time, and they present so that they understand that food does not just come from the food store, but it comes from a seed. We are responsible for a national fly fishing certification program. We have backyard farming certifications. We've offered free courses for our communities because, again, our purpose is to ensure that everybody is equipped because everybody has to eat. And so our mandate is different. Our mandate is to train at various levels. We offer online courses, short courses. We offer structured programs and structured training that meets the needs of the country. And so with our increased international partnerships, which supports why I'm here today, so thank you again for the invitation. But we are not perfect. We realize that. But we are purposed. So students, I want to encourage you to find your inner and collective voice, your passion, and be purpose-driven as you grow forward. Life is about finding your purpose and making sure your choices serve that purpose. As this new normal unravels, countries are at a crucial stage of development and growth and must rely on the collective talents and commitment of all to remain viable and sustainable. The role you will play in the growth and development of this college and your country is not to be underestimated. You are a critical component of the future. So I want you to say, I am the future. Oh my goodness, say it like you mean it, man. Come on, I am the future. Yeah, okay. So dream big, work hard, don't quit, keep moving forward. As I close, I want to encourage you to be motivated by excellence. Let that be the thread that embodies the fiber of your being. Despite your circumstances, Turn those obstacles into opportunities. Make the grade and continue to soar. Today's convocation symbolizes the beginning of the academic year. You leading the way to help us courageously traverse through the times ahead. Let these events refine who you are and refine you to trust your talents and your training, and to create your own pathways to prosperity for yourselves and for each other. Jimmy Dean, an American actor, singer, and businessman, once quoted, "I can't change the direction of the wind, but I can adjust my sails to reach my destination." How you pivot really matters. So focus on your destination, but enjoy the journey. Nurture your interests and explore your passion to learn. Find your voice. Yeah, I know it's coming from me, right? Find your voice. Live, laugh, study. Did I say study? Live, laugh, study, work, and pray. Keep elevating. Keep excelling. In the mountains, of the mountains, for the mountains. All of the best for a new academic year, and thank you once again.
Thank you, Dr. Hanna. Now please welcome the Highlanders to the stage. The Highlanders is directed by Dr. Michael Hanna and includes Dustin Trafton, Turner Henline, Taylor Bletcher, Allison Dion, Gracie Spoon, Emily Gibson, Lily Ruth Beth, Hannah Nittig, Michelle Rulis Rengel, Kathy Thomas, and our newly graduated JoBeth Hilton. They will be performing Changed by Charlie Puth, Jens Carlson, and Ross Golan.
Father and mother, the day we know we're all the same together.
my daughters sent me a text the other night that completely shaped how I wrote the rest of this message for you today. As an aside, if I've done nothing else in this life, I have raised some very interesting children. So, out of the blue, Emily told me the story of the Lion of Gripsholm Castle. The lion was a pet of King Frederick I of Sweden, given to him as a gift in 1731. Frederick loved the lion so much that it was even pictured in his coat of arms. Very fierce. Frederick loved that lion, and when the lion died, he sent it to a taxidermist so that he could keep it with him forever, which is very sweet. There's a lesson in here, though, a twist, if you will. Turns out the taxidermist who lived in Sweden had never seen a lion before. He'd only seen this coat of arms. Day of delivery arrives, and ta-da! I love that story. So, full disclosure, I mostly wanted to show you this picture, but now let me wrap a few words around it to make it kind of meaningful. All right, here we go. Liberal arts education, lion's skin. Liberal arts education is a lion's skin. You are each being given the skin of a lion, you're welcome, and being asked to make it into something, a liberal arts education, a thing that you have never seen before, and also a thing that each of us here envisions differently. See where this is going? Okay. But unlike Frederick, the saddest king of Sweden, we have no expectations around what the final product will look like. It could even end up looking like this. Yikes. So the main thing is that you make your education your own. Remember that whole we are one body thing? You are also changing us by the moment. In a very real sense, then, you are shaping collaboratively the future of liberal arts education, and I just can't wait to see how this all turns out. Finally, last year I stood here and gave one last word of advice from Ted Lasso, and this year I thought, why not? So here it is. It may not work out how you think it will or how you hope it does, but believe me, it will all work out. And most of all, see you on the field. Let's do this thing.
As we leave here this afternoon, please hear this benediction. O God of Shalom, O wisdom on high, be with these students as they begin this chapter of their lives. Give them confidence to push through difficult assignments and strength to step boldly into each day, pushing aside anxiety and fear. Help them to be brave when they are confronted with new situations, new ideas, and new responsibilities. Caution them if they begin to compare who they are or what they have to others. Guide them with your wisdom and understanding clearly between right and wrong and the fortitude to uphold those values. Students, as you grow in knowledge and self, striving for excellence in all you do, my prayer is that you also grow in service to one another, to our community and the world. Understand that becoming who you really are is a matter of learning how to become more and more deeply connected. Without this connection, without community, without one another, you will never exist fully as your truest self. Depart now, courageous in thought and generous in love. Go in peace this day. Amen.